Looking past my reflection, thinking about what you mentioned.
Hi there guys, welcome back to another episode of 4K Garage. On today's episode, I would like to get the side skirt onto the car. Now, the problem we have with this is, although the side skirt does have cutouts for the jacking points, of course it wasn't really designed with a set of quick jacks in mind. So I would like to get them held up to the car, I need to get the car on the ground, get them off the quick jacks, test fit the side skirts, and then see if there's any modifications required for the bottom of the side skirt to work with the quick jacks. Let's crack into it, shall we? Good to get it back on the wheels again. Let's drop it down to the ride height. I want to see what this arch cap is like.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I think it's safe to say I'm going to run a little bit of camber. Not really what I wanted to do, but it's quite a lot of poke still. Right, so having had a look at the side skirts on the car, they all fit up pretty well, especially with all the cuts I've made previously. There's a couple of things we need to do. One, I would like to widen these gaps, these slots, for the jacking point to make them a bit longer here. That's just because the blocks for the quick jacks are quite large. I think if I run them lengthways rather than widthways, then making that bigger should be fine. Do that on both sides. And the only other thing I need to do is on the rear, I need to take out the arch liners, which I totally forgot to do before doing any of this. So I need to get the car back up again, rear wheels off, arch liners out, and I can do it all over again. I think with that alone, we can get these side skirts on. Let's get to it. Right, so I've made the adjustments to the bottoms of the side skirts here. So as you can see, I've got the quick jacks out of the car, and I've just made those slots massive, probably at least twice as large as they were previously, just because, as you can see, with the blocks and the quick checks are as fast apart as they can go, those original slots were just way too short. This does mean that, of course, the jacking blocks are on the very edges of the pinch guards into the car, but the car's been like that now, for almost a month, so I haven't really found any problems with that. I'm going to see now if we can get these side skirts on the car. Let's give it a go. Right, so it's finally time to get the side skirt bolted in. I've already done the other side. It's got taped up. It's a little bit tricky because as soon as you put the screw into it, it wants to walk away and make a bit of a gap, so you just have to really force it into position. So let's get this side done. Start with this rearmost one. There we go. I think the only thing it needs to do is I need to put a screw up here at the back. As you can see, that kind of wants to pull away. But I'm going to wait until I have the wheel off to do that. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Right, here we go. It's all looking very good. Now, I need to get a little bit creative down here because I don't think the V2 kit has any way of attaching the side skirt to the original undercarriage. There is a tiny ledge back here inside the arch that you could probably put a bolt through too, but I mean, how does she go right down there with your tool? It's going to be tricky. So, but there is a hole right at the bottom here in the original side skirt, so I might try and tie those two together. Just stick a weld nut and maybe space out a little bit, or maybe a riv nut. I think that is looking pretty good. Now I want to get the, now that it's on all the wheels, I want to get the car aired out. Just have a little look at it, but there's one thing first I need to do, because I know it's an issue, and that's, as we saw earlier, I need to dial in a little bit of front camber. So let's see how much I can get on the airlift struts, and see if that solves that wheel poke. Now another thing I need to be careful of when maxing out the camber like this, there's a couple of clips on this side and a couple of bolts on that side with the airbags can tend to rub on. If you don't do anything about it, you're likely going to pop the bag somewhere down the road, which is not a fun time. Now, when I fitted my airbags, I actually did shave it all down, so it's not totally flat. They are still there. They're definitely a lot less prominent into the strut tower area, so that's good. What I'll do is I'll max this camera out, get it down the ground. I'm not going to go for a drive, of course, but before I do, I'll just check around the back of the bag to make sure those bolts aren't poking the bags and stuff and like to rub. So I'm just going to max this out. I think it's probably about 2 degrees of camber. I don't know for sure. It doesn't look like a lot. When I've done pullovers for similar style in the past, it's only been about 2 degrees on the maximum amount of camber on the camber plates. I'm going to do the other side now and get the car on the ground. Here's the moment of truth. Let's have a look how it looks all aired out. Oh, it's ever so close. I think I do just need a tiny bit more camber on the front, because currently that is touching the tyre there and probably pushing and putting a bit of stress on the arch. So I think I'll dial in a tiny bit more camber. It's not really what I wanted to do. I don't really want to have a load of camber on the car. But I must admit, I just think this is the problem with the V2 is there's not a lot of information out there, and a lot of the information does actually conflict. If you look at the original Speed Hunters article, when this kit was first announced, or first created, apparently in that article they said to run -35 on the front, so a whole 14 millimeters further out than my wheels, and -46 in the back, which I just think is absolutely ludicrous. I've seen other things that say -30 and -40. It's just a little bit better. Of course, here's -21, and as you can see, even with maxed out camera on the struts, does not want to tuck in there, so I'm going to have to go a little bit more, unfortunately. But side skirts are looking pretty damn good, and the car overall is looking fantastic. On the wheels, with half of the body kit on, and right out. Might have to make a new intro for the videos. Let's have a look at the front. You have to excuse the rain noise as well. Fantastic. Well, I think I'm going to end it there for now. Well done, guys. I think that's it for this episode. Bit of a short one, perhaps. There's not actually a lot of work involved with installing the side skirts. It's just a case of holding them up to the car, sending them home. So next episode, I'm going to start on the rear arches, of course, as is the way. And then we've got to make a few choices as to where we go after that. But of course, the rear arches themselves take quite a lot of cutting. And there is also the question of welding the rear arches. I'll talk about it probably more in the next episode rather than bog this one down with information about that. As was the case with the last episode in the front arches, there is a couple of bits I need to do to go around the side skirts and clean them up, make them fit a little bit better, make them fit a little bit more secure, and I'll do that in my refinement stage. But for now, of course, they're on the car, happy with where they're sitting. Yeah, I'll do all that, go around again, sort it all out afterwards, and I'll film all that, of course, for you guys to watch. So for now, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it as always. If you did, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you again in the next episode with the rear arches. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye-bye.